Alright guys, we are back with another video. Now I will give a quick shout out to Batuhan. He was on my live stream a couple days ago and he had mentioned to me that there is a lot of Agiosas running in Dodge. So I was like, alright, actually I don't think I've seen that in Brutus at all. So let me give it a shot. And it turns out they're actually pretty good. So Agiosas can heal themselves and give themselves a lot of shield. So that comes into play, like if it's a nice stretch out match, they can actually get a lot of shield out of it and heal really well. So in this turn, I do my exaltation, I run up, I summon the Crackler, give the Crackler, I believe, power and MP to try and lock the Exceller. So now when I see an Exceller, I'm thinking it's going to be either a healing Intel Chance Exceller or an AP Theft Agi, obviously. This one was AP Theft. And I can tell you that I have no AP parry on this set. I think I have about 30, which is pretty much nothing. And then with him taking Wiz from me, it drops it down to like, I think it showed there 27. So you can see there, he's doing decent damage with the slowdown. Slowdowns are hitting me for 420, 430, which is very nice. So what I do is I run up to the front, I summon my Gobble, and then what I do is, so Crackler's Punch gives you 200 shield. So I do Crackler's Punch around all of us while doing damage, so it's giving my summons and myself all 200 shield. Now what I do with the Gobble is I put him into gravity state, which will nullify him, basically TPing backwards and things like that to try and, gain distance from me. And then with that part, I was deciding whether to give myself shield or just hit him twice with the Crackler, and I just decided to hit him twice. So basically he took a little while to make his decision. He released, which was the only thing he could do. So right there, I just made him waste AP, basically. Then he hit me with 2 slowdowns. Actually manages to take away 2 AP. So he took away 4 in total. And in this one, I'm thinking, okay, I can probably fend him off by the amount of shields that I'll be getting. So what I do is, it's called animal form. So I did that on my Gobble, and I turned into the animal form. So if I do Crackler's Punch, it's going to give me 240 shield, and then the whip is going to give me an additional 250 shield. So per whip, as long as I'm in that AoE, then I will be getting 250 shield per whip. So the Agi version is probably the best one. And then obviously the Gobble could have given me more shield as well, but I decided not to go that route. And I believe I had 450 in shield, probably a little more. It's just I forgot to pull it up. And then he only had like about, I think it was like 1,000 health left. No, not even 500, 600 health left. So at that point, he does the best that he can, which is deals as much damage as possible. And at that point, all I have to do is hit him with probably just a Crackler's Punch, because I don't think he had that much air res anyways. And that finishes off the fight. Now, I would say I do like the Agiosa, but I don't feel like I'm an Osa player. So I'm not going to be playing Osa for... You will not be seeing the Osa after this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a class change on the Osa and see if I'm going to go either Exceller or Mask. In this fight, I did a 5-time speed on it because it's really short. It's against a Mask. It's a Pushback Mask. He tries his best. Deals a decent amount of damage first turn. What I do is I lock him with the Gobble on the second turn. So the Gobble actually puts him in the grounded gravity state, and he basically just doesn't know what to do after that. And he basically skips his whole turn, and then quits. It was a good one, but I guess he just wasn't up for it after the fact. Took me a little bit by surprise. My next fight here is going to be up against a Craw. I believe it was also an Agi Craw. Quick off topic. What, just to take people's perspective into account. What do you guys think I should switch this Osa to? I'm leaning between between a Mask or an Exceller. I was thinking about Eka, but probably not going to go that route just because I do know they are going to switch them with the next update. So give me your thoughts on what you guys would go. So back to the fight here. So Agi Craws are very nice. Me personally, I would not play one in Kalo just because I don't feel like the damage is there. Like it is there, but it's so I just feel like it's easy to kill a Craw. Like I genuinely, no matter what class I play, do not have a hard time versing Craws. So he bats eyes. He does that little trapped on the floor. I forgot what it's called. I'm deciding basically, should I move up close or should I keep it at a little bit of a distance? And I think, you know what, let me just move up close because Craws prefer the distance. I summon the Crackler. I give him power. That way he hits a little harder. I give myself shield. With the Crackler, I always debate whether I should give myself shield or go attack the enemy. I attack the enemy. I take 2 AP from him, which is pretty nice. He recall beacons. Right besides the Crackler, runs up to me, weapon skills. And then I think he does 1 dag, I believe. He buffs himself. Yeah, he dags me once. There I was trying to look at the combat chat in order to see what was going on. So what I do here is I summon the Gobble, I believe. Yeah, I take my time summoning the Gobble there. I do a Crackler's Punch, so I give myself shield and give the Gobble some shield. That way he lasts a little longer. I move 1 step back, put the Gobble in between us. That way it's a little harder for him to attack me. And then I attack with the Gobble. I give myself shield with the Crackler. What I would have done if I was him, I probably would have just bat's eye the entirety of the people there. I would have bat's eyed all of us, done as much AoE damage as possible, because you don't want to have an Osa summons out that long, because the longer they're out, the better chance they're gonna have to deal a significant amount of damage. And there he bats eyes just 2 of us. Like I said, I would have bats eyed all of us. It would have done a little more, even though like I said, the shields that he adds does help out. 200 in shield every turn. So what I do there is I do the animal form on the Gobble, do a Crackler's Punch, add shield, do a whip, add shield. So right there I added, I think it was about 700 in shield, yeah, 740 in shield, while also healing with that last move. It's just putting out way too much damage. And then I attack twice with the Crackler. So you see here, like the damage and the shielding that it's putting out is actually pretty good compared to some other classes. It's a very nice combo. Like I said, I'm just not going to keep it just because I don't like playing Osa. It's just one of those classes that are there. It's just not for me. Right here, the Crawl runs to the corner, and then he puts the beacon behind him. I would have put it in front of me just to, I don't know, just to try and stop at something. And that's about it. There goes that fight. And the next fight here is against a Sram. Me personally, I hate going up against Srams. I just hate characters that go invisible like this. It's literally annoying just to not be able to see where a character is and have to imagine where he's going. That is also a class that I don't mind switching into, guys. Think about that. Either Exceller, Mask, or Sram. I haven't used a Sram in a long time, so that is also a class that I would probably change into. So I do Crackler's Punch here. I do a whip there. I find his little roller coaster that he was building, and what I do here is I give myself shield. I run up with the crackler, and he quits. So that's another fight right there that he just absolutely quit, even though I was more scared of him than he was of me. I just hate going up against Srams. Now this fight right here, I'm versing a Mask. I believe it is I can't remember. I think he was Earth. So first turn, I actually didn't record. He ran up to me, hit me twice, put his that little summon he has, and then after that, he basically just quits. Another fight where all he did was see what it was in Osa and basically just quit. So I'm not gonna lie, half of these fights, guys just quit. They instantly saw an Osa and just didn't want to fight it, which I don't blame them. I don't want to fight an Osa either. They're just annoying. People literally quit just at the first turn of seeing an Osa. And like I said, I don't really blame them. So here, I do have an MP trophy on this set. So what I did was I switched it out for a damage trophy because it was versing a sack. So against sacks and things like that, you're not going to be they're going to be right in your face. So there's no need for that MP trophy and things like that. So he attacks me first turn, does pretty good damage. I do the crackler. I see that I can't give myself shield, so all I do is I take AP from him, and then I attack him again. So he goes, fully attacks my crackler, runs up to me, hits me with a Sacrier's Foot, which is pretty nice. I summon a Gobble. Excuse me, guys. And then I heal myself with, I forgot what that move is called. So what I do with the Gobble here is I run back, I pull him back to me just to create a little bit of more space between us, even though it's not really creating anything, but it's doing something. He kills it. He comes up close, does a Sacrier's Foot. So here I just heal myself with it's called Lashing Claw. I give myself shield with Crackler's Punch. Crackler's Punch, the shield on that does not stack, so you're only gonna get one. And then here he hits me with a punishment, does a very, very good damage. And then past this point, I summon a Crackler again. And I do Crackler's Punch. That way it gives me and the Crackler shield. And then I heal myself with the Lashing Claw. I give myself shield with the Crackler. You always want to do that. I put myself in front of him. That way it gives him a harder time to try and get to me. You know, you want to create a block in front of you, between you and the sack at all times. He kills the Crackler, which I didn't think he was going to do that. I thought he was going to switch with me and then heal off of both of us. He gives himself Vit, but I think this is where he messed up. Me, I would have gone straight to me. You're a sack. You need to be in people's faces. So what I did is, okay, I'll take advantage. I'll run away, gain some distance between us, and I summon a Gobble, give him power and MP, and he's going to go, and I give him AP as well. So he goes right up to him. I put him in the gravity state, and I hit him twice, hit him 3 times, because he has extra AP. He goes there, he takes a full turn to kill the Gobble, which, like I said, I don't mind. And then he pulls up a little bit. So what I did was what all Osas do. They run back and they start trying to heal, basically. The only thing I would say is that these Osas don't really have that I've noticed anyways, any healing. Maybe I just don't know how to use it. Maybe that has a part to do with it, because I don't. I like I said, I don't play Osa at all. So I heal myself as much as I can. I don't have the koala leveled anyways, so that's probably why. I put the koala all the way to the side, in case he wants to change with it. He heals himself with his sword and then walks up. So what I do here is I walk up to the front, summon my Crackler again, give him power, and then do a Crackler's Punch. So I shield the Crackler and myself. So you guys see like the here he says something I didn't understand what he was saying. I am fluent in Spanish, but it's a little iffy sometimes. So it does. I think he said something about I was annoying or something. But yeah, so he goes there, he switches, he makes the right move, he switches with me, he goes to the Crackler, and then he tries to full heal, which is the right move there. But at this point, what I do is I take the AP from the Koala, I summon the Gobble, I heal myself, I do a Crackler's Punch, and then I heal myself again, run away. And at this point, what I do is I put him in the gravity state, take the Gobble away, and leave the Crackler in front of him. I also give myself shield with the Crackler. I didn't leave the Crackler in front of him. I left him a little bit away. And by this point, he basically has nothing else to do. I write GG because there's nothing else he can do in this fight to gain the upper hand. So let me know what you guys think of the Agiosa, and if it's something that you guys would be interested in playing, and let me know what I should do with the Osa. Thank you guys. Please subscribe, give a like. Peace.